I said it back when they played the first time. I said, I hope we see these guys again. Tennessee Volunteers moving on to the SEC tournament championship game, and where they will play for that number one seed tomorrow against either Florida or Alabama. This is the House of Orange Sports Channel. This is Frank, fired up right now in what's been a really eventful time around the Frank household here the last bit. But this was a big one. This was a big one. I really wanted this one. I make no bones about what I think of Auburn. I didn't want to lose to Auburn again. I wanted a piece of Auburn again. We got them. We took care of business today. And it got a little interesting. Tennessee goes up 12, and then Auburn makes that run. That's when you start to think, are they going to be able to hold on? They did. And got some breaks down the stretch, made some breaks as well. And, what we can here's the bottom line with it. Tennessee won the game in spite of some stuff, but along the way, it's SEC officiating. You get some rough officiating in the games. Akpara had some rough ones called on him, but Auburn, I'm sure, is going to have some beef as well. I mean, when you shoot that many free throws like both teams are, you're going to have that. But you know what? This time around, though, Tennessee holds on. That late call like happened at Auburn, that late one where Akpara got called on one where he tipped it out, did not come back to bite Tennessee. Broom missed both free throws. And then Tennessee had a time getting the ball in, but they finally did. And, man, it was – again, it looked a little iffy when Auburn was making that run because Milicic then had two just bad plays in a row on it that, it looked like it was enabling Auburn to get down and do their thing. But, Tennessee, again, I think when it comes down to it, neither team's really a great three-point shooting team, but it just, Tennessee, again, they did more. And, looking at a lot of thoughts on today's game as well. I thought, of course, Ziegler to me, player of the game, easily on that one. Gainey had a good game. I thought Dubar did some good stuff, and I would have about had Dubar in over Milicic down the stretch, to be honest with you, because Milicic, he had 7 points, 2 boards on the day, but only 16 minutes. Tennessee really going for, of course, Tennessee beat Auburn without Milicic doing much, but I don't know, man. They need more out of him. Let's hit some comments here. Make sure you hit that like. Make sure you share this thing out for me. If you haven't subscribed, hit that subscribe button. On the road to 4,000. Now, pretty cool to say. Oliver said, let's go. I'm pumped for the win. Logan, what's up, man? He says, ending was karma for the bad call against Akpara. Ziegler got rebound, and then that call. So after 2 overturned out-of-bounds calls, we end up the line anyways and burned the clock. Yeah, absolutely. Free throws, we talked about. Victor, I think you said it last night. We talked about it on the game, said this team has got to be better from the free throw line. The last 2 games they had been bad. They hurt us. Today. They were 25 out of 27, right at 93% on the game. That is excellent free throw shooting. Ziegler, 9 out of 9. Meshack had the only 2 misses, but I'll tell you what, he had 2 big makes when it mattered the most. Went 6 out of 8. Dubar was 2 out of 2, and then Gainey was 8 out of 8 on the day. And some stats that stand out to me on this one. And Tennessee went small ball, but Tennessee out-rebounded Auburn 35-27 today. That's big, especially considering they went to that smaller lineup. 43-42 in terms of field goal percentage. Tennessee-Auburn. Tennessee shot 26% from three-point. Auburn was 29%, 5 out of 19 Tennessee, 6 out of 21 Auburn. The free throws, 25 out of 27 for Tennessee, 13 out of 22. There's the difference in the ball game there, and the rebounds to me are the big two differences on this day. But a big one too here. Second chance points 10, 11. Bench points. Tennessee 25. Auburn only had 3 points off of their bench today. Of course, Gainey had a big game, but Dubar, again, with his 6 points, and then Cade Phillips added 4 as well. That was big for them. That was those free throws. That's really the big difference in this basketball game. I mean, in a 5-point game, Auburn misses 9 free throws. They hit just 5 more free throws. This game's in overtime right now. So you got to give Tennessee credit for this one. And Zakai Ziegler, he was on today. And I love it when these dudes challenge him, especially like Broom challenged him earlier in the game, and he went in and scored on him. The dude's 5'9", and he plays like he's about 6'9". He's not afraid of anybody. And that mentality he has in the way he plays really makes me think he could play in the NBA. I don't know that he gets that shot. Maybe, signs up with the team in the summer or something. But the dude's fearless, man. He really is. What's up, Cotton? He says, I live in Nicaragua, and it's very hard to get live games. Even Wivik gets one. Very cool, man. Glad to have you on here. Hit some more. Kerry Carson says, go Big Orange. Sandra says, huge win. Happy we made the free throws. That's right. Richard Patton says, how about them Vols? LOL, go Vols. That's right. And Tim Bradley, member of the channel. Nice to finally beat those bastards on that stage. Go Vols. I agree. I totally agree with it. I said it last night what I think of Auburn. I had somebody in my comments suggest maybe when Barnes retires, Stephen Pearl wouldn't be a bad option. I'll tell you what. The day Stephen Pearl becomes the head coach of the Tennessee men's basketball team, it's the day I'll close down the House of Orange and say, to hell with it, I'm done. I'm dead serious on that one. I will just quit at that point if Stephen Pearl ever becomes the head coach of Tennessee. And I feel very confident that won't be the case at all. I think all bridges were not only burned, but probably destroyed with the Pearl family. And he's probably, I think I actually saw he was mentioned at Murray State, maybe. If anything, he probably becomes Auburn's coach at some point when Bruce decides to move on. Had that one ref that kept trying to give it to Auburn. I mean, my goodness, the one's down on the baseline, man, and can't see it twice. Give me a break. The Broom foul, I mean, Akpara did foul some. The last one was a joke. That was a total joke on it. And again, I'm sure Auburn has some beefs too. I don't really watch it from an Auburn perspective. I watch it from a Tennessee perspective when I do. Darius Jones, what's up, man? I agree with this. More aggressive key plays, and the free throw line was big. And this totally agree. Refs they're just universally bad in the SEC. It's when you're the best conference in America and you have that kind of officiating, that's insanity. Did Lenardi? I didn't get to pick up the game. Lenardi before the game said even if Vols went home, they would still be a 2 seed. I don't agree with that. If Tennessee wins tomorrow and they're still a 2 seed, next year when you get to the SEC tournament, play your walk-ons and just take them out. That would be an absolute slap in the face and a joke because Tennessee's but you're going to tell me Tennessee, who split with Florida and beat Alabama, either of those two could be a 1, but Tennessee can't. That's a joke. That's a total joke. And it wouldn't shock me. It would not shock me if that happened. But to me, that would totally negate the validity of the SEC tournament. If you're coming in, you're saying this weekend, 3 teams ranked, like 4, 5, 6, right in that range, are coming in with the resumes that all 3 can make to be a number 1 seed. But yet Tennessee doesn't have Lenardi may be right on it, but I'm just telling you right now on it, if they're locked in with Florida as the 1, if Bama were to win it, Bama to me is the 1 seed. If Tennessee wins it, they're the 1. Florida wins, it's the 1. It's that simple. You're taking, again, I lose. I don't even want to see this freaking tournament again if whoever wins it doesn't get the 1 seed on it. And I'll go to bat for Florida or Alabama on it if one of them win it. They should be the 1 seed, that 4th one. There's no way to me that you can make a case that Tennessee, who just beat Auburn, because Alabama beat Auburn last week, you elevated Alabama ahead of Tennessee, but now Tennessee beats Auburn and it's not going to have the same effect. Come on, man. Get real with that crap. I really think we need Bama to win today, too. I really think we need Alabama to beat Florida today because I could still see it where they have Florida locked in as the 4th 1 seed. So if Alabama beats them today, I think that's got to change the game on it. But we'll see. It's NCAA. The credibility of the conference tournaments is on the line with this. I mean, like I said, Florida wins, so be it. But if they don't, it is what it is. Meshack did have a good game today, absolutely. Couple of you saying you saw Lenardi did it. I hope he's wrong. I really hope he's wrong on that one because, again, if you're going to elevate Alabama for beating Auburn, and I know Auburn's hit a – kind of seems to me like since Auburn clinched, I don't know if they lost a gear or what happened with that one. I still would not want to face Auburn in the tournament. Auburn's still going to have a lot to say down the stretch. Tennessee, it just seems like matched up. I mean, Tennessee had a shot to get them the first time. And bottom line is Auburn made more shots. And I was pretty upset after the game. But the bottom line was Auburn made more shots where Tennessee didn't. Tennessee matches up with them where Tennessee did not match up well with Kentucky this year. I think, D-Hurt, that we've got to have Alabama win today, really, to get that shot. I think if Florida wins, there could be that scenario where Florida wins today and they lock it up. Because I think Lenardi is dialed in. I don't think he's crazy, or I don't think he's an idiot by any means. He's pretty – I mean, he doesn't hit everything perfectly, but I think he's pretty dialed in on things. So if he's saying that, he may be hearing something. And, if Tennessee were to win tomorrow, that would be 2 times that they've won it, and it's not elevated their seeding at all if that happens. So I really think we need Bama to win today on it. Out of the woods for $10, man. I really appreciate you. Thank you for your generosity. Great win and congrats on 3,000 subs. Thank you so much, man. And, again, make sure you hit the like, the share, the subscribe. Super chats are greatly appreciated. Again, this stuff, man, there's a lot of content gets produced. It's not free. It's not free for me to do it. I know it's free to watch, but any support is tremendously appreciated along the way, whether it's $1, whether it's more, whatever. I will never apologize for hitting up for super chats. And I know people get upset about that sometimes, but again, look at it from, I know some like to abuse it. I'm not one of them. I am appreciative of it. And we do this. We want to get our worth out of it. Thank you so much, Al the Woods. Greatly appreciate your generosity on that one. Donovan, Auburn fan, appreciate you coming in here, man. It's a great game. Congrats to you guys. 8-0, 10-0 run was it. Donovan had commented yesterday, too, said he was worried about the game. I totally expected it would be a much better played game today than it was the first time. That was an ugly game the first time around. Today, you saw, I mean, neither team shot the three-pointers well, but, I mean, both teams were 47%. That first time around was not the epitome of quality basketball. Today was much better. But, hey, thanks for coming in here, man. I appreciate you. Appreciate you being classy about it as well. I would totally rather play Florida. Or I'm sorry. I would totally rather play Alabama. Number one, I think we need Bama to win today. Number two, Barnes has won, 4 in a row over Bama. I think he's got, we were pretty fortunate to get them the last time, but we'll see. We'll see if Tennessee can play like that. It's a championship team, but like I said, I will say it. We've not heard the last of Auburn. We've not heard the last of them right now by any means. Stephen Pearl is not. He does not need to be playing a Tennessee. He will not be Tennessee's coach at any point. There was some pretty bad blood there for it. Let's see. I don't know. I've seen this going around. I don't know. I don't know who I would want if Rick retires. I mean, if you could get a Jay Wright out of retirement and give him money to do it, I'd go for that. But it'll be if you've paid attention to Danny White's hires over the year, you'll kind of see the pattern on that. It'll be a more up and coming guy. Danny White doesn't go out and hire, proven veteran coaches, or I just don't see that, to be honest with you. But we'll cross that bridge when we get there. What's going on, Miles? Good to see you in here, man. Final Four level game played a couple weeks early. Hope we stay at this level and see what happens. Yeah. Hopefully this is 1 year I'm kind of for the SEC. And I'm normally not that poor for the SEC guy, but I think we're at that point with the SEC in basketball that they have to go do it on the big stage. Didn't do as well last year on it. If we want the SEC to get the national respect, and I think you've seen it with who ESPN has sent as the announce crew. They've sent their A crews this week. Their A and probably, 2A crew with Ravitch and Jimmy Dykes. They normally do a lot of big games too. They've sent all their main crews this week. ESPN's backing it up. All the pundits are backing up the SEC's the main conference. But they've got to go do it in the tournament. This is 1 year, and this may be the exception. It sure as hell won't be the norm moving forward. I want to see the SEC get into the tournament and do their thing this year. That way we can shut the ACC up, or the Big 10 or the Big 12 or whomever with it. I want to see. I would not have a problem seeing an all SEC Final Four this year. It wouldn't bother me one bit. It would be extremely intense. It would be extremely heartbreaking if you lose to any of them. But still, yet, this is the 1 year I'm going to go the exception. I am pulling for the SEC this year just because I think it's not even close to who's the best conference in America. But got to prove it on there. Right to Marlboro. What's up, man? Woo, go Vols. We beat Auburn and the refs. I don't know. I was in and out some. It's been an interesting last couple hours. Let's just say that. We'll just kind of leave it there. Let me hit some others down here as well. Donovan, Auburn guy, super sticker of $1. Thank you, man. Greatly appreciate you on that one. Got an Auburn fan giving a super chat. Let's add in on those guys. Frank could use some generosity today. Bring it on. We appreciate it. What's up, Papa J? Said, heck yeah, member of the channel. John Baxter, 2 elite teams. Huge win. I just think the refs are bad all around. I just think it is. They're definitely in a game where there's that many free throws, there's going to be missed calls each way. It just so happened, probably the worst one happened late, which was called against Tennessee, but it went both ways. Now, would I be as generous about that if Tennessee had lost? Maybe not, but that many free throws shot. I mean, what was it? 49 free throws. That's a lot of free throws in it. And it's 2 physical teams. So both teams are going to have discrepancies on it. I don't think there's any doubt about that. But those free throws were the difference. Tennessee made theirs. Auburn didn't. Let's see here. Yeah, absolutely. If Tennessee wins tomorrow, they should. Whoever wins this tournament should be the 4th one seed, and I think we'll do. I'll see how it goes. My plan is to have a live watch party, or we'll do a live show during the tournament reveal tomorrow. That could change though, so I will keep you posted. That's kind of going to be the plan, but it could get scrapped as well. Just like I said, just some stuff that's happened here in the last little bit. So it's been an interesting time in life right now. Tennessee has 12 quad win ones now as a one. I mean, Tennessee's resume, they have the resume of a one. But I'll tell you this, if they lose tomorrow, I have no problem with them being the 2. I don't. So we'll see. I'm getting called up, so some of you guys have probably. David Emerson, I agree with this one. I was texting any you guys that watch Backwoods, who comes on, Landon comes on some, and he said the same thing. We were texting. He said, man, Dubar can drive. He's got that. He's a thick dude. I would like to see him drive more too with it. Mason Guess, what's going on, man? Good seeing here. What a win. The old Knoxville Predator catcher. Free throws were the difference. And how about that 3 from Chaz early? Chaz and I think they talked about it at halftime and postgame. Chaz has been the opener. He come out of the gates hot today, and then he scored 2 points the last 30 minutes. Man, that's where Ziegler and Gainey come through today big, because we need more out of Chaz. We need more out of him. Not gonna lie about it. We need more out of Milicic today too. He about had a couple of plays that really cost him down the stretch, and one he just took his eye off of it, and the other one he didn't. Ziegler's hitting him to drive and go. Hey, thanks, Oliver. Never stop posting. Let's go with it. Yep, absolutely. It'll be a different style of play too, because you've got 2 teams that like to play breakneck pace. Well, both teams last night scored up in the 90? Was it more than 95 on it? So yeah, they're playing. It's going to be a totally different type of team tomorrow. My hope is I would not mind to see Bama and Florida go to about 3 to 4 overtimes today. Maybe it be up around 140 to 139 or something, and Bama wins on that. And they totally gas themselves out, and then Tennessee can come in out physical tomorrow. That would be the perfect world on it. But we'll see how it goes. Give Rick a lifetime contract. He brings stability. Barnes will be at Tennessee as long as he wants to be. He will be there as long as he wants to be. And that's why I really want this 1 seed. I really want it. Now, would I trade? This is an easy answer. A 1 seed and a trip to the Sweet 16 or Elite 8, or would I take a 2 and a trip to the Final Four? I'd take a 2 and a trip to the Final Four any day of the week on it. But, I think Tennessee, my thinking is I don't think you will see them in a bracket with Auburn or Florida or Alabama, whoever the 4th one is. I don't think you'll see 2 SEC teams as a 1-2 in a bracket. So that's going to put Tennessee with Houston, or it's going to put them with Duke. And I'll be honest, I'd rather see Tennessee with Duke. I think Tennessee can out-physical Duke. And I wouldn't say blow them out, but I think they could win that game with them. Now, will Duke present some problems? Sure. But I think it'll be like, 3 years ago when we played Duke and just roughed them up and out-physicaled them. And Tennessee put it on them that day. I think something similar could happen with that as well. Douglas Graham, member of the channel. What's up, man? Says big win, go Big Orange. Yes, I like how Chaz is starting to drive the ball too. Instead of him just standing around waiting for threes, that's his game. And too, I know he only had 2 the last 30 minutes, but his start was big today. So we can talk about the ending all we want to. His start to the game was huge today, no doubt about it. Yeah, if we're getting 13 teams in, which is looking possible, SEC's got to go out there and prove it. They really do. Two. Yeah, the 2 Live crew. We can get the 2 Live crew out there for sure. Yeah, what is up with that, man? Letting the players head on out while the others are coming off of it. That's got I don't know. That's got bad news written on. Did I miss it where the Tennessee baseball game has been moved up? Seen somebody post about great catch by Abernathy. Did I? ESPN app gets a little screwy sometimes. I know they were supposed to be on the SEC network, and I know weather. I've kind of been out of the loop today. Let's see. Let me. Baseball games? I did not. Wow. What channel are they on? Because softball. Are they on the SEC Network Plus? I freaking find it here in a minute. Oh, here it is. Okay. Yep, I had no clue about that actually. So, all right. Thank you guys for letting me know. I saw Mason say Jay Abernathy what a catch. It's like, what did I miss here? Like I said, it's been a little interesting day for me. I'll quit saying that at this point. You guys are probably tired of hearing it, but the Felix Okpara call was bad. That was a bad one there at the end. I mean, even Billis, if Billis is saying it's awful, then that's probably something. Let's see. No, it's all good, man. I didn't, like I said, I've been out of the loop today because I had to go up to Asheville for a bit. And then we had some family stuff happen too. Papa J, member of the channel, no doubt Shaq is a beast. And those 2 big free throws, they were big down the stretch. Lenardi has us. I'll take Duke. I'm going to have a really big problem if Tennessee wins the tournament tomorrow and they're a 2 seed. I will probably have an epic rant on that one. PG, but you can get away with a little bit PG. It definitely won't be a rated R rant. Might see the return of the outlaw on that one. Just because men conference tournaments have a feud going on. And this year I've made that piece saying I want to win the conference tournament and I want to go and win the national championship this year. But if you got 3 teams, yeah, I've got the game on now. Here we go. So, but if you got 3 teams in that 4, 5, 6 range, to me, it's last man standing is your 1 seed, especially since Tennessee just put Auburn out with it. You've got to give it the same credit that it was given last week when they boosted Alabama up after beating Auburn. Moved it up because of the weather. Cool. Tennessee would be, let's see, they win the series if they win tonight. So hopefully Phillips does his thing. Hopefully we don't get that rant tomorrow, Mason. Hopefully we win and we get that rightful 1 seed if we win tomorrow. But like I said, my plan is we'll watch that thing live together, but it's not for certain. It could change on it. So appreciate you guys tuning in. Big win today. I really wanted that one. And I'm not going to lie about it either. I'm not going to lie. I really wanted that one because the first game, I was pretty hot over it. And Auburn fans come in. Me and Auburn fans, Donovan, who come in here earlier, was pretty cool. And me and him even argued some, but he ended up being pretty cool. I had some Auburn fans that won't be getting a Christmas card from me this year. So I want to see if they show up in post-game comments today. I'm hoping they'll come back in after all the mouth running they did and stuff like that. I'd like to go back and, I don't know, I'm normally not one to go back and I will talk it, but I hope they'll come in. We'll see that crow that they eat, because I told them all, I hope we get you again. And that's when I said yesterday, too, after Auburn beat Ole Miss, they said, we got 2 more. And I was like, you got 1 more, because we're taking you out tomorrow. So appreciate you guys jumping on here with me. The plan is to go live after the SEC title game tomorrow and during the selection show. I will post on the channel page, Joe, to keep you posted on it. There we go. Oh, Mason Guest. Let me hit this one here. Mason Guest is a new member of the channel. Thank you so much, man. Really appreciate you joining the channel as well. Make sure you guys check out those membership packages. And, there's the super chats, the super things. $1 a month Patreon. That, I'm not sitting here begging for money, but I'm not going to apologize either. That, your support is greatly appreciated along the way as well. I'm going to jump off and we'll call it a night on that one. Like I said, I will keep you posted. My plan is to be live during the tournament championship game tomorrow and tomorrow night for the selection show. So I'll keep you posted on that. In the meantime, the Tennessee Vols moving on to the SEC title game. And if there's justice in this tournament, if this tournament legitimately means something, they're playing for a 1 seed tomorrow. If the tournament is a hoax and we've already got our 1 seed out of it, then it's not. But I'll keep, we'll talk about it tomorrow. At this point, you're playing for it, you might as well win it. Frank, House of Orange, guys, have a great rest of your evening. And last but not least, go Vols.